bread and circuses. I do like bread, and I've been to the circus a couple of times, so I guess this episode's made for me. It's a Star Trek original series, season 2. We're approaching the end of season 2. It's getting exciting. What's going to happen in season 3? I know season 3 is kind of a controversial one. Let's talk about this episode using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 to 2 is the best you can get in any category. I'm giving the storyline a 1. If you see my other videos in this series of Star Trek that I'm doing, you'll know that these parallel Earth ones are really, I'm not really too pumped up for these. They make an excuse for, oh, the theory of the parallel world. Sure. How about the theory of make up something new? Oh, I'm just joking. Come on. Yeah, so this is another, it could have been another dimension. Why didn't they just say there's another dimension, like mirror universe? But I guess they didn't, you know, they weren't thinking like that. Where there's the Romans never fell, so the Roman Empire continued on. They've got TV, they've got cars, all that stuff. There's a new religion out there, the word of the sun, and they don't mean the sun in the sky that keeps you warm. They mean the Son of God. Oh my God, that was the Uhura moment at the end where she's like, "Are you guys dumb? Like, it's the Son of God. Hello." And everyone's like, "Oh, yeah, what the heck?" So you find out that there's a starship missing. Here's another one of these, the bad captain. Starfleet has had a lot of bad captains, and they need to fix up their, they're going to tighten their little, what's the evaluation? He didn't pass the psych eval. Well, he's not a captain, I don't think, actually, this guy, I think he just had a ship. He wasn't an actual Starfleet captain, I believe. So technically he didn't make it, right, because of his psych evaluation. So I'll take it back. I apologize, Starfleet. You guys are fine. So he's there. He's now the first citizen, so he's like a top-ranking guy in this Roman Empire. They have gladiator matches on TV and all this kind of stuff. Look, it's fine. The story's fine. I get it. Okay, so this is what would have happened. Sure. So I got no problem with the story, really, but I'm not dying over it. It's not like, oh my God, like I can't wait to see what happens, because you know they're just going to escape, right? The pacing, I'm going to give it a 1.5 for pacing, though, because I actually feel that you got information in a pretty fast way. Like you land, they're like, okay, what's going on? Boom, you land there. You're with the slave community. They're like, okay, you can't go to the city. You're going to get nailed. They get nailed. They talk to that guy. Then they got to fight a little bit, and then Kirk's got to make the decision, like, oh, should we join with this guy or not? The other ship guys like saying, yeah, just join. Like, what's your problem? So they do go back and forth a lot. It's pretty fast paced. There's some good fights in it. Unfortunately, I am watching the upgraded Blu-rays where you can clearly tell that it is not the actors in a lot of the fighting, or at least in some scenes. You're like, that isn't even like, that does not look like McCoy at all. Like, who is this guy? So what are you going to do? It is what it is. That's one of the dangers of that. But still good pacing. Artistry, I'm going to give it a 1.5. You're on another planet. You got a few different locations. It's not just on the ship, or it's not just in one room or whatever. So I do like that. Music's pretty good. I'm not going any further than 1.5 because it's still gladiator match. Like, you would have thought that if gladiator matches were happening in our 90s or something, like you'd think like they'd look cooler. Or I guess it's supposed to be like the 70s or whatever, 60s, 70s. I don't know, I feel like they would look slightly cooler. I do like having the set with like the fake background. That's kind of neat. So, but yeah, everything's good. They eat real food. They always eat those little cubes in Star Trek. Got some real food there. That's nice. For the characters, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2. The characters are great in this one. McCoy and Spock have an awesome talk in the jail cell, where Spock saves McCoy, and McCoy is like, oh, you know, he's trying to say thank you, and Spock's just being weird. And he's like, oh, Spock, you're too scared to live because you're gonna slip up and show your human side and show an emotion. And oh man, that was great. Also, when they're arguing with each other, and then they talk to the gladiator, Flavius was that his name, talking to the guy, and the guy's like, are they enemies? Or he's like, Kirk's like, I don't think that they know. Of course they're not enemies. They all love each other. What are you talking about? This is a crew that's tight. These guys are tight. They're bickering with each other because that's what they do. That's their relationship. Great stuff with the characters. I actually like that Roman Empire, that Roman guy, the main guy. He's pretty good. He's pretty devious, and he's kind of a weasel. And I like him. He's neat. He's a good little, he's like, oh, Captain, why don't you stay there? It's like, you know, slap that guy in his face. But great, that's what you want out of that guy. He's supposed to be a weasel. The gladiators, like Flavius, was friggin' awesome. I like that guy. Him dying kind of sucked, actually. What you gotta do? Life in the big city. Enjoyment factor, I'm gonna give it a 1.5, man. I like this one. I know I just spent the last few minutes saying, oh, I don't like these parallel Earth ones and all that. And I don't. I'm standing firm on that. But this one was still pretty enjoyable because he did have the gladiator stuff. I do like Roman stuff anyway, so that was kind of neat. Having the Son of God, that's kind of an interesting twist at the end there. So all in all, I still really like this one. I'm giving it a 7.5 is where I'm at. Anything over like, you know, 6, 7 is pretty good, right? So Star Trek's my second favorite TV show, but I need to be able to rank them. So again, this versus, you know, Death Machine or City on the Edge of Forever, you know, stuff like that. When you're getting into those, it's tough to put it higher than that, but I still really like that 7.5 is a great score. You know, it's not one that I would say you got to go watch right now if you haven't seen any Star Trek, but it's definitely pretty cool. So there you go. That's it. Guys, make sure you check out Clobberin Time's channel. The link is in the description below. They do 4 episodes every Saturday night. They call it Saturday Night Star Trek, so you don't forget what night it's on. And wow, they're in Voyager now, so they've been doing it for a long time. They really go through each video and each episode and really explain it. I don't think I'll be doing Voyager and Deep Space Nine, maybe. I'm going to finish the original series. I might do Enterprise because I don't think there's a lot of Enterprise things out there. So I think might be interesting to do. Plus, it's not that long. 4 seasons, I can handle that a little bit better. Even this, you can see there's going to be gaps. There's just going to be gaps because I've got so many comics to read, to review in all my streams. So that's what happens. That's why you're getting some gaps here. But, and I'm doing this for fun. I don't want this to become a job where I have to deliver a Star Trek episode. I'm going to try to do one a day as much as I can. If not, one every couple of days or something, you know, whatever it is. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time.